In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on November 10th, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Falcons versus Carolina Panthers. It's a battle of teams from the NFC South as Week 10 of the NFL season gets underway with a primetime contest in the Tar Heel State. The Atlanta Falcons are on the road as they make the trip to face the Carolina Panthers on Thursday Night Football. Atlanta was edged 20-17 at home by the Chargers in their previous contest and failed to cover as a 2.5-point underdog Sunday afternoon. Carolina was drubbed 42-21 by Cincinnati on the road Sunday afternoon in a game that wasn't as close as the final score indicated, failing to cover the 7-point line. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Falcons own a 35-20 advantage and have taken the last 2 meetings, including a 37-34 overtime win at home in the first meeting this season, October 30th. The Atlanta Falcons are 4-5 this season after they lost to the Los Angeles Chargers by a score of 20-17 in their last game. Atlanta led 17-14 in the fourth quarter, but allowed Los Angeles to kick 2 field goals in the last 6 minutes of the game for the loss. The Atlanta offense is averaging 24 points per game with 257.2 passing yards per game and 162.9 rushing yards per game. Marcus Mariota has thrown for 1,561 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, while also rushing for 304 yards and 3 touchdowns for the Falcons this season. Cordarrelle Patterson has rushed for 384 yards and 5 scores, while Drake London has caught 33 passes for 369 yards and 2 touchdowns for Atlanta. The Atlanta defense is giving up 25 points per game and 406.9 yards per game. The Falcons have a short list of walking wounded to work with as of today's injury report. Center Matt Hennessy, tight end Philip Franks, safety Eric Harris, and cornerback A.J. Terrell all didn't practice Monday. Keep an eye out for updates on their respective statuses leading up to kickoff. Hennessy has been ruled out for this contest as of the making of this video. The Carolina Panthers are 2-7 this season after they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals by a score of 42-21 in their last game. Carolina was outgained by a total of 464-228 and turned the ball over 3 times in the loss. The Carolina offense is averaging 20 points per game with 184.6 passing yards per game and 105.3 rushing yards per game. P.J. Walker has thrown for 623 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions for the Panthers this season. Donta Foreman has rushed for 296 yards and 3 touchdowns, while DJ Moore has caught 35 passes for 449 yards and 3 scores for Carolina. The Carolina defense is allowing 25 points per game and 370.3 yards per game. Carolina had a lengthy injury list from Monday's walkthrough practice, so watch for updates in the next few hours or so to get an idea for who may miss the contest. Wide receivers Laviska Shenault Jr., along with Rashard Higgins, safety Justin Burris, and defensive tackle Matt Ioannidis, all did not take part in practice. Running back Chuba Hubbard, linebacker Frankie Louvu, defensive tackle Derek Brown, and defensive end Brian Burns were each limited Monday. Atlanta is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against the NFC and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Thursday games. The under is 6-0 in Atlanta's last 6 Thursday games. Carolina is 8-21 against the spread in their last 30 home games and 5-18 against the spread in their last 23 games. The over is 4-0 in Carolina's last the 4th of November games. The road team is 5-0 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 5 head-to-head meetings. These 2 teams met less than 2 weeks ago in a wild game in which the Panthers tied the game on a 62-yard touchdown pass, only to have Moore flagged for taking his helmet off in the middle of the field. Pinheiro missed a 48-yard extra point attempt in regulation before missing a 32-yard field goal that would have won it in overtime, giving the Falcons a chance to win it. Carolina was then annihilated by Cincinnati in a game in which they appeared unprepared, trailing 35-0 at the half. Walker was benched in the first half after going 3 of 10 for 9 yards with 2 interceptions, but he will start again here. The Falcons, 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 road games versus a team with a losing home record, still have a lot to play for this season. They have winnable games against Washington and Pittsburgh in the coming weeks and another matchup with Tampa Bay to exact revenge in their final regular season game. Carolina, 2-9 against the spread in its last 11 games following an against the spread loss, is banking on Walker to play as well as he did in the first matchup versus Atlanta. It's either that, or it really wants to shove Mayfield out the door with emphasis. No matter, a repeat performance against the Falcons is likely asking too much from this team, as the Panthers needed a 21-point fourth quarter rally just to keep pace. They also had the look of a bad team that fell down on its luck against the Bengals. This time around, the Falcons will have Patterson too. His return from injury versus Los Angeles was encouraging, and his limited participation suggests he can handle the workload in a short week. Regardless, the Falcons' run game will be ready to rock and roll. Atlanta boasts 4 players with over 250 rushing yards this season, an NFL record, and the Panthers have one of the worst run defenses in football. Atlanta comes into this game tied for first place in the NFC South standings and cannot afford to drop this game. The Falcons have lost 2 of their last 3 games, while Carolina has lost 4 of their last 5 games. Expect a lot of running, especially with the Falcons, who have been very successful in that department this season. Carolina gained 169 yards on the ground in the first meeting, while the Falcons gained 167 without Patterson. The Panthers simply appear disoriented at this point, whereas Atlanta can return to .500 with a W in this one. Atlanta has been the much better offensive team in this matchup, and I like them here. So the Atlanta Falcons to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Mixon embarrassed the Panthers' defense on Sunday, leading to the firings of cornerbacks coach Evan Cooper and defensive line coach Paul Pasqualoni. I don't imagine much will change on little rest against the Falcons' dominant rushing attack, and Mariota has been consistently efficient this season when dropping back to pass the ball. After all, they are allowing 25 points per game, dead last versus the pass, and second worst in total yards surrendered per game. We might see more than one quarterback play for Carolina if the score gets out of hand too soon, in which case I could see Mayfield going all out in garbage time to impress whichever team might be interested in his future services. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.